chaos, two assholes with microphones manage to grab your attention for a split second before you change the channel. But they are your outlet to voice your frustrations. The world's first interactive podcast, that wasn't fact-checked by the way, where the audience can become a guest of the show for whatever reason you choose to do that is beyond me, but presenting your hosts Devin G. Ewert and Patrick Martin.
And Andy Henning, he's in the house too.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the FU podcast. This is episode 171. It is May 30th, 2023. We're glad that you guys are tuning in. What's up?
What is happening? Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Devin. How are you, sir?
Good evening, Andy. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
How are you, bro?
I'm good. We're good. Work was great. Just, ladies and gentlemen, we do apologize. This is the Memorial Day hangover episode.
So we're fashionably
we're
late.
fashionably late, getting stuff organized and whatnot. It's been a busy weekend. But no, happy Memorial Day to everyone. Hope it was safe. And don't forget to the reason we celebrate it is remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice for us to be able to have the freedoms that we have now. So rest in peace and thank you for your service to those who are still with us as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So
anyway. Speaking of Memorial Day, what all did you do? I know one thing you didn't do.
I carpentried. I hung borders and wall dividers, etc. and whatnot, and got the nail gun and the compressor in the house. And
oh, nice.
Yeah, man, I was going all out, dude. Like, he texted me like mid.
So is it like an actual legit nail gun, like a pass load?
Oh yeah, dude.
Or is it like a brad gun or whatever?
So I've got like to do molding like that, I had to use a brad nailer, but I've got also got a porter cable.
Porter cable, yeah.
Porter cable,
yeah.
Yep. But yeah, no, it was a lot of cutting and running back and forth to make sure I didn't cut too much.
So how many trips to hardware store did it?
Well, being that Do It Best is a small owned company, they're closed on Memorial Day.
Oh shit, that's right. I literally went there because I had a whole bunch of fiascos happen on Sunday.
Yeah.
And they were literally, the lady was walking out and they fucking were boarding up, locking up. I was like, son of a bitch! I got there right at 4:00. I was like, mother. So I ended up having to go to Walmart.
Well, I drove and I looked and I was like, I should have known. Like, it's Memorial Day. Of course they're closed. They're a small time operation.
So was that Monday? Actual Memorial Day?
Yeah, that was Monday.
Okay.
So, it is what it is. I went to Walmart too. Because goddamn, man, it's either Louisville or Denton to get to the Lowe's or Home fucking Depot.
Oh, I know. It sucks.
It's stupid.
Yeah, Louisville's closest.
I used to live right down the street.
I know. Why do you think I just go to Do It Best? But yeah, to your point, when they're closed, you're kind of.
You've seen my truck, man. Like,
oh yeah, you ain't going nowhere.
Like I like close and back streets. Like I
yeah,
more conspicuous the better, or more inconspicuous the
inconspicuous.
better. Yeah, excuse me. Context. Taking saying a word out of context. Yeah. So that was painted on Sunday, or no? Yeah, Sunday, Saturday. Well. We were up till like the butt crack of dawn.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, I didn't. I barely remember hitting the bed. I was out.
Really?
Yeah, 3 nights in a row. That night, and then I got up and painted the whole room with Lindsay.
Yeah, what time did y'all get up? Because I was like, yeah, they're not going to be up. And then I get a message back from like 2:30. I was like, you better not have just gotten up.
Oh no, we were up by like 11.
Okay,
like right around 11, and then I immediately started taping off the room and stuff. And And that's when I just worked on that all day, and that I had to be Mr. Detail and make sure everything got painted and have 2 coats of this and that on everything. And there's still a couple spots I got to look at. So that was a pain in the ass. But yeah, no, just I got worked out the calves a whole lot. I got these calf muscles going on because of the ladder climbing,
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I got a little workout because I had to push the fucking boat because I had beached it at one point and apparently beached it so good that like it wasn't even budging.
You beached it good, huh?
I beached it good,
you
man.
beached your boat good, huh?
And there was this big, huge yacht, like, and it probably had about 50 or 60 people on it, and it was like one of those double-decker, like gigantic houseboat type thing.
Yeah.
And they're just watching, cheering me on. They're like, "Yeah, come on, push it."
I would have told as soon as I got, I would have been like, ah.
It was
Flex on them like, fuck you.
But then they had they had their boat like kind of beached as well. But then they had these like lead lines that were going like literally 100 yards from the boat. And I'm
anchor.
Like, no, it was tied to a tree, but I'm like,
oh shit.
There's like 30 trees in front of them, but so I couldn't park where I normally would want to park because these fucking ropes are going across. And I was like, well, way to monopolize the entire fucking shoreline.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no doubt. So the crazy thing is they're making, of course, they're fishing boats and like all-terrain boats, but they're making boats that actually can walk themselves up onto a beach and then walk themselves back off a beach.
Dude, that's awesome.
The anchors that you can, like bass boats have that go on either side of the motor.
Oh, yeah.
They're making those to walk the bass boats now.
That's kind of creepy. Let me guess, AI is involved.
Could be. Yeah, we aren't even safe on the water anymore.
No shit.
That's always the theory. Like, man, we just go somewhere in water. No.
Well, that's kind of why I'm waiting, because I'll probably have my boat for a couple more years and then a couple more seasons or whatever, and then I'll probably end up, trading it in or something. But by then, like, I can only imagine the tech that's going to be in the boats, because it's like the trickle down effect.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody's worried about machines, and the closer to water you're better. Like, yeah, you could sort them out, but they're gonna find ways to waterproof themselves. And what's to say that they're not gonna fly a drone over your boat and just bomb the shit out of you? I mean, it's water may not be the best way to go when AI takes over.
No, that's why Elon's smart for having a boring company. Just fucking bury himself around.
He needs
trench that shit.
He's part of as much as he warns against it, man. That man's moving in a forward direction with that shit too. He's got, what's that? I saw an article out lately where he's almost kissing a robot or something.
Yeah, the Tesla bot. I forget what the name of it is.
And it's going to be a wife replacement that you can actually get. Like, I know all the jokes.
Hey, look who's in the green room.
Who's it, Patty?
Patty McPatcakes. Hold on, let's see if we can get him in. Hey, yo, Patrick, what's up, brother?
Is he on?
Yep.
Hey,
I can't hear you.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Hold on, let me turn the echo thing.
Hey, are you using headphones?
Oh, you can hear me? Okay.
Headphones.
Yes, it looks like he is.
Yes,
Man,
I'm
that cell service
I
must
think there's a
suck out
delay.
there.
I think there's a delay because he's like answering us 5 seconds later.
Yep. What up? How you been, brother?
I've been all right.
Oh wait.
How was your Memorial Day?
I've been all right.
Dude, I hear an echo like a motherfucker. Did you hear it?
It was okay. We did a lot of painting.
He's just
you did painting too?
It was okay. We did a lot of painting.
Oh my god, this is like the longest delay in history.
Dude, the delay sucks.
I can't believe there's a delay when you're logged into the actual system. That makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
That is fucking crazy.
Fucking restream, man.
Oh, like picture quality cleared up on Patrick.
I can't see him.
It
over
did?
here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks, before it was all like grainy and looked like shit. And then now all of a sudden, now we got you in HD. Unfortunately.
HD.
Yeah.
HD.
Head salty dick. Head dick. He's gonna wait for the pause. Fuck you, Andy.
Fuck you, Andy.
Relax. There it is. This has got to be like the worst delay
I
ever.
can write his script for him before.
Dude, what is your connection speed out there in Anna? Like 2?
You are on Wi-Fi, right? Or are you on network?
Yeah, are you on Wi-Fi or are you on like
Phone.
cellular network?
I'm on Wi-Fi. I'm
That wasn't a bad delay.
That was pretty quick.
That was pretty quick.
I
I can
turn
hear
the volume down on your device.
Are you watching it on TV
Shit.
too?
no.
Oh, okay.
See, the delay's picking up.
Yeah, it is. Well, at first he came in, he was like grainy as hell, so I'm guessing that like it's now catching up.
Okay, what about now?
How many fingers am I holding up?
Good.
Damn it, it's not switching to me.
Poor bitch.
How about
There's
now?
old Patrick.
So,
Hey, I'm sorry I couldn't be there, y'all.
he's scared of thunder and rain. Is cool.
Yeah. He's like made out of salt, remember? So he's fucking afraid.
His wind up carcass making.
His Fisher Price.
He's got a smart car.
It's got pedal power.
It's the only vehicle he's as tall as.
Hey Patrick, did you get my link of that Catalina?
Yeah, I got the link.
What was that the same year as yours, or was that older?
Yeah, it was a little older.
Yeah, okay.
You seem distracted.
Are you in the new place?
No, we're still in McKinney right now.
Then your delay shouldn't be that bad.
I know, right?
Like it's starting to delay again. Who do y'all have for internet out there?
Spectrum.
Fucking
So-
Spectrum, man. They're like everywhere, and they all suck.
You know, I left them because all the issues we used to talk about and shit.
Yeah.
And within the first 2 weeks of having Spectrum, all the issues that I left them for, I'm fucking having over at the house. Dude. Like y'all, like fucking, I can write a textbook about y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah, and it
Like-
sucks because there's no like timeline as far as deliverables of the new internet. I mean, they've had the fucking
Hey, let me go out and come back in.
months.
Go out and come back in. Okay, yeah, you come on back
All
in.
right. Bye, Felicia.
But yeah, man, I need fiber optic out here like ASAP.
Yeah, you and me
Dude,
both.
I'm over this shit. Fuck rectum.
Well, the best part is the internet's going to be like, I think it's like $60 for like 1 gig up and 1 gig down per month, where I'm paying like 130 right now.
Dude, it cost me I forgot what I think it was like $67 with Frontier
With
a
Frontier.
month. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that 1 gig?
How
or is
about
that-
now?
It was one. What? Can you hear me now?
Yo.
Or is it still delayed?
Is there a delay or no?
I don't know. He's still not answering, so that means there's a delay.
Probably.
Wait.
Is there still a delay?
Apparently, because we asked you like 15 questions, you haven't answered any of them.
I don't know, audience. Tell them, is there a delay? Is there any comments going on? Is anybody here with us this evening? Because I haven't looked yet. I got one of the stories pulled up and it's on Facebook, so I can't be watching us right now.
Yeah, we got one from the YouTube, one from my personal page, and then 5 from the FU Facebook page.
Hi, everybody. Comments haven't lit up yet?
Nope.
Damn.
Just Ashley. Hi, Ashley. How you doing?
Oh, yeah. I figured she'd be here. She'd be hanging out.
She's hanging out.
Surprised Lindsay hasn't come over or said something yet.
Hey, this is the laid down edition.
Laid down. What
Laid down, laid back edition.
is he on camera laying down right now?
Yeah, he is.
You better have your fuck clothes on. Shit.
Me.
What? What is even going on right now?
I have no idea.
Like, well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We this tonight's episode is called Delay.
The delay sucks, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if it's
he got some real salty reception over
it's all that salt causing interference.
corrosion on the wires.
Erosion in the air.
Ho 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 ho.
Ho, ho, ho,
Sound
ho.
like Mr.
Ho ho
Ed.
ho ho.
Wilbur.
Oh man.
Oh shit. So, yeah, about that. So you did
Yeah.
painting, I did painting. You went blue, like buffalo blue. And what else color? What other colors did you paint, Patrick? Wait for delay.
Yep.
Yeah, I only have one wall.
Oh, so
His house only has one wall.
accent wall. Yeah, he's only got
One
one wall. I
wall
only
painted
own
Buffalo
I
Bill
only got-
blue.
Oh, he's only allowed to paint one wall. Buffalo
Yeah.
Bill blue.
He's listening to the delay right now.
Yeah, he is.
Okay. Well, it's like, what if we're just silent till he catches up?
Nah, we'll fill up the dead space. You look like you're about to fall asleep over there, fucker.
Yeah.
This delay sucks, man.
Yeah, man, it does.
What the
I couldn't
fuck?
agree more.
All right, man. Well, we'll just.
Well,
we'll
I've been up since like 3:30.
You been up since 3:30?
Did you put him in the green room already?
No, I'm about to.
Okay.
He's down there in a little corner.
Because he just muted
Yeah.
all of a sudden. I was like, what happened? Oh, shit.
Well, hey, at least when he talks, it doesn't mute our mics like the old board did.
Don't put me in the green room.
Well, I mean, the delay's not helping the show out a lot.
No,
I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be a dick. Promise.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with the delay. I don't know if that's
That's
us.
your job.
If that's us or Spectrum or who the fuck the problem that resides with. But Patrick, I gotta call Roland tomorrow. Figure out this whole quad
Fucking
screen.
Roland.
Hey, Spectrum.
Roland. Gotta figure out why this quad screen.
I still hear his TV or whatever he's watching it on in the background.
Oh yeah, who the fuck is rolling?
They told me. Fucking rolling.
Who the fuck is rolling? Yeah, apparently it keeps going to quad screen. I've disabled like camera 3 and 4 and disabled the audio for 3 and 4, but for some reason it still wants to keep going into a quad, and I've even turned it off, and I don't know why it keeps jacking it up. It's pissing me off. Fucking bullshit. Bullshit.
Oh yeah. Well, that sucks.
Oh, so Lindsay says she's zapped today. I hope you're not getting sick. Dang it. I need to boost that vitamin C. Babe, I got whole tons of vitamins. You saw them all. I got vitamins upon vitamins upon vitamins.
Nice.
Vitamin as Lucy and Ethel would say.
Sure.
Yeah, no. Hey, if you watched I Love Lucy, you know what I'm talking about.
Way to date yourself there, sir.
Oh, man, come on, dude. That's way before even me. Like, I could say I'm dating myself.
Yeah.
Never mind. It's just stupid.
I bet you Ashley.
That was
doesn't
even before me.
I was gonna say, I wonder if Ashley even knows who I Love Lucy is, or what it is. That'd be
Ashley, do
interesting.
you know? I feel like Ashley would know. I feel like that's a show she might actually watch reruns of.
I don't know. That'd be interesting. Interesting to find out.
Let's see. Ashley, do you
So-
watch I Love Lucy, or have you?
She says, "I am Lucy," so that therefore she must watch the
See,
show.
she knows.
She knows. That young generation.
Yeah. No, my sister was a big I Love Lucy fan too. Once upon a time.
Nice. Yeah, so Saturday went out to the lake, went to Party Cove, had Cody, his wife, who is, by the way, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this or not. She is
Oh yeah, I think I.
pregnant. So yeah, Patrick, Cody's wife is Brittany is officially pregnant.
Cody, if you're listening, congratulations, bro.
Yeah, so I brought some
Very cool.
I brought some stogies. They were the top rated stogies at the store, and they were actually
Yeah, one of them's
really
put out in a cup at my house.
Yes, I need to get that one because that was I actually got to smoke it because I smoked a different one while I was on the boat, and I finally got to smoke the stogie that I bought. You know that we all us guys had. I actually bought you one too.
I can't smoke those.
Ah,
I'll end
okay.
up in the hospital.
Oh shit! Well, now I know.
Yeah, I'm allergic to pipe and cigar tobacco. Well, tobacco in general,
Uh-huh.
but last time I smoked like a cigar,
Yeah.
my throat swelled up and I had to go to the ER.
Oh shit.
That was several like 20 some odd years ago, but still.
Yeah. So we ended up Saturday. We woke up early and like me, Cody, and Wade, we started like busting up the boat, like cleaning it like from head to toe. And we even like literally cleaned every inch of that freaking thing, and it was like it looked.
Oh, it
really,
looked good. Looked
yeah,
really good.
it looked really good. And then like the next day, right, it's just covered in fucking spiders again. And then the next day after that, covered in spiders. I'm like, how the fuck in less than 24 hours?
Jesus, man, they're quick little bastards.
And you know what's crazy is when I had that net above my boat, I didn't have any spiders whatsoever. And then, you know, of course,
So were they just do they just hang out in that net?
well, what they do, no, I think the movement of the net prevents them from being able to climb down the poles and climb up the rope and get on the boat.
And were you the only one with one of these?
So a couple people have they have a screen on the back to block the sun from coming in to the boat. And they didn't say anything about that. And I'm like, really? So they can have that, but I can't have this. Like,
but no one has what you have. Though.
Nobody has what I had. Yeah. Because it's a lot of material. I mean, it's 50 feet of
I don't
netting
understand
material.
why they.
I mean, I see the problem because we had that big windstorm and it started sagging
because that's like a sail.
Yeah. I mean, it's net material, so it's not really going to catch like the wind and stuff like that. But it, you know, it did blow it, you know, down or whatever, so it was sagging a little bit. But I told him I was like, dude, I'll go reinforce it. I'll put PVC and do all that shit, make a frame for it, make it look pretty, yada yada. And they're like, no, take it down. And I'm like, meanwhile, all these other motherfuckers got their nets and shit up, and I'm like, really? And then they got this new sign on there that says, if you want to make any modifications, you got to let us know. Like, if you want to grill, you got to let us know. If you want to scratch her ass, you got to let them know. I'm just like, come on, really?
Devin was the example.
Yeah, no shit, right?
Shit, man. Damn, that sucks.
So they made all these rules because of me. Thanks. But yeah, there's a couple slips that are pretty elaborate. But I'm like,
I understand the grill.
Yeah,
and burn this place down. That's gonna suck dick.
Yeah, and I mean, like the refrigerator, you gotta consult them about refrigerator. Like it's so stupid, man. It's just like anything and everything. If you want to put lawn chairs, if you want to put chairs on there, you gotta consult them. I'm like, really? I'm paying how much per month? It's like when you buy a storage unit, they don't tell you, well, you can't put your shit in the storage unit.
Yeah, it's not like they tell you can't make a party spot like this. Like, this is my DJ booth.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, nobody said you could not, you can't have your DJ equipment in there and spend the night in there and fucking spin all night. I don't know.
You sounds like you got a good plan, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Go make hits. You know, if you can't do it at the house, fucking make your YouTube hits at a storage locker. Put a mask on like that one dude that does all the mixing now.
Oh yeah,
what the fuck his name is?
Sick something.
Sickick or something like that.
Yeah, Sickick, something like that. Yeah, he's fucking badass.
He's good, but yeah, man, that's what I envision. Like he's somewhere in a storage unit, like doing that shit.
An elaborate ass storage unit
or a storage container. Like,
that'd be hilarious,
man.
But yeah, so went out to the lake and we tied up to a bunch of different boats and we just hung out and.
Was it packed out there?
It was pretty packed. Sunday was absolutely insanity. I mean, there was a girl and a guy. The girl was in the front. They were on a jet ski, and she's literally. And this happened over and over again. She was so busy trying to film, like with her phone, what's going on, that literally she starts heading straight into my boat, and like literally has no hands on any of the handlebars or anything. So the guy that's behind her has to reach over, grab the bars, and turn it and give it throttle to get away from us. And then, of course, he did little dickhead maneuver where he put his rooster tail so it shot into my boat. And I was like, "You're a dick." A part of me wanted to get my flare gun.
That's when Andy jumps up on the side and moons him, and you can see the brown eye. Like, yeah, all right.
But yeah, Sunday was a big, huge clusterfuck. Big huge like storm kind of rolled in real fast, and I had just thrown my front and back anchor. Well, they didn't get to connect to the ground because of like the knots and shit that were in the rope, which I fucking hate rope. No matter how nice you wrap it up, no matter how pretty you make it, inevitable as soon as you pull that damn anchor out, it's all fucking tangled.
You're gonna have to find something.
It reminds me like headphone cords. You know how like they always are fucking tangled?
Yeah, if you have trouble learning how to tie your shoes, just lace them with fucking headphone cords. You never have problems with untied shoes again.
So that's exactly what happened. So my boat starts drifting into these 3 boats, because obviously I got a pretty decent sized boat. So it starts going sideways right into the nose of 3 boats that are lined up. And I'm like going, oh, fuck. And so I'm freaking out, right? I'm like, I start up the boat. I try to back it up. Well, in doing so, the rope from the anchor got caught around the propellers. And the engine just goes, and I was like, oh, shit.
This is your boat?
This is my boat. Now, mind you, I had run over one of the dude's anchors.
So whose rope did you get caught up in the...
It was my own rope. I come to find out because I went to pull the anchor out to reset it, and I'm like, yeah, this ain't coming out. So what I ended up doing, and mind you, the boat's still drifting at this point. There's literally only one anchor that's kind of sort of holding it down right now. And mind you, nobody's helping. There's 400 fucking boats around, and not a single person stops
Was
to
it
ask.
just you and Natalie this day?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I learned the valuable lesson. Don't ever go to Party Cove unless you have a group of people. Because
That's a big boat, dude.
Yeah, it was so difficult.
And you want a bigger one. Man.
Oh, dude, if I get a bigger one, you bet your ass I'm going to get the little winchless where you just press a button and it goes.
Fair enough. Well, that's what I always trip on. It's like, those yachts got to get out there fucking early.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way they're maneuvering. Like I've seen some of them do a really good job. Don't get me wrong, but like there's no way they're maneuvering around and tying up with them fucking boats and not like having something similar happen like yours.
Yeah, and I mean that was the thing is if I would have tied up to I didn't want to tie up to anybody, right? So I just dropped it right in the middle, away from everybody. But the problem was the wind kicked up and it just took my fucking boat because the problem is when you have a bigger boat, it literally the side of it acts as a sail. So when there's a big huge wind, it just wants to push it sideways. Yeah.
Yep.
And so that's exactly what happened. I was able to put the trim up on the boat, and I literally had to unwind. So I have a twin screw, right? So it's got 2 props. It's
2 props, huh?
Yeah. It was caught in between. So the rope never got sliced, which is ironic, like insane. Not even a cut on the rope.
Like you didn't fuck up your motor.
Yeah, no shit. Or the outdrive, even worse, because the outdrive's more expensive than the motor. Or both in that case. But I guess there's some safety mechanisms for preventing that to happen. But anyway, long story short, like, of course, it was tight as fuck wrapped around that thing. And I was able to put the trim up and then basically unwind the rope slowly as shit. But I was like to your point of climbing a ladder, I was literally a contortionist trying to maneuver this thing and trying to bend and twist and do all this shit and trying to get it to unwind. And I finally got it unwound. Got the anchor, both anchors back up on the boat, and then I said, "Fuck this! I'm going to my cove." And so I went over there to Steve Harvey's house and dropped anchor over there, and it was so calm, so peaceful. And I was like, "Okay, lesson learned. Like, unless I got a shit ton of people on the boat, I'm not going to Party Cove."
Yeah.
And dude, it was a fucking shit show. Like, I wish I had my 360 cam going because you'd be like it's unbelievable, like all the idiots that were out there, just people just not paying attention. There was a guy literally on this nice ass brand new boat, right? He's coming straight towards me, and I'm watching this guy, and I'm like, and he's looking at his phone the entire time while he's navigating this boat. And mind you, he's got people on the boat, so it's not like it's just him. And the girls start yelling, and you know what the guy does? Without even looking up, grabs the throttle, puts it in reverse while still looking at his phone. Never once even put it down to see what was going on or to see if there's anybody behind him, because he could have thrown it in reverse and there could be people swimming, because that's typically what people do.
This is where we are at in the 21st century.
God, and I realized like everybody, it's bad enough that people are glued on their phones like in public and everything else, but like when you're operating a fucking motor vehicle, a boat with thousands of people around, stay the fuck off your phone. But yeah, I saw jet skis on their phone. I saw boats driving and shit while they're on their phone. I'm just like going, oh, it can't be. I got to get away from all these idiots.
I'm surprised we didn't have a story this weekend of somebody drowning.
I was really shocked.
It very rarely ever happens.
With as many idiots and shit that were out there, I'm really surprised there was no.
It's almost guaranteed almost every holiday weekend.
Now
Lake
there was some
Louisville.
stuff going down in Louisville, right? Not on the lake.
No.
No.
So it wasn't on the lake. It was over there off of I think Valley. It's got a Central Park. That's the name of the park in Louisville.
I didn't even know Louisville had a Central Park.
Yeah, it's actually it's like where me and crazy thing is where me and Lindsay kind of had our first makeshift date, I guess you would say, 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
So, it's a really nice park, dude. Like it's got playground. It's got a walk. You walk up and down like a creek. I mean, it's a nice area. Like if you consider any areas of Louisville nice, but
Lindsay said Edmonds Lane.
Edmond. It's over, but you know what I'm saying, it's the nicer homes in Louisville and newer homes, I guess. Or when I say newer, I mean like 90s to late 90s, right?
Yeah. Lindsay wanted to know if Natalie was handling her motion sickness on the boat better. Yeah, she got some new like wristband things that basically kind of like acupuncture thing. Like they put pressure on the I forget what that. But yeah, she's been fine. She hasn't been nauseous. She hasn't been like,
I may need those for when I finally go cage diving with Great White. When that finally fucking happens, we'll see.
So Louisville,
yeah, she
park.
As a matter of fact, that was the first night she almost touched a copperhead because she's like, "Ooh, snake!" And like I could see, like you could dusk and you could barely see it amongst brown leaves. I'm like, "Don't touch that!" Like, it's a copperhead.
That is bad. Don't touch it.
So those of you who haven't heard, Saturday night, police helicopter was out looking for a suspect. Several police units were out looking for a suspect. At approximately 1 p.m. This was during the day that they were still looking for her, but it was before dusk or before dark. At approximately 1 p.m. on Monday, May 29th, Louisville police arrested a 17-year-old. So this was after the weekend. So it was like 6 or 7 at night when the helicopter was looking for her.
So it started at like 1, but
no. So this is Monday when they actually arrested him. So Saturday night,
okay. Saturday
evening is when this happened. And so basically who they're talking about now is the suspect that apparently shot the other. Unfortunately, it was a kid too as well. Louisville police arrested 17-year-old Taylor Hooker, a Louisville resident, on a murder warrant for the fatal shooting at Central Park that occurred on Saturday, May 27th. Bond has not yet been set for Hooker as he not been arraigned. He will go before a judge later Monday or first thing tomorrow. You can find his Denton County mugshot. Again, his name is Taylor Hooker. He's 17. Louisville Police Department is still not releasing identification of the victim yet, pending notification of family from the medical examiner. That was as of Monday, so I have not.
I wonder if they're going to charge him as an adult because typically if you're under 18, they usually don't release the name because you're considered a minor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if they're releasing his name, that tells me that they're probably going to charge him as an adult.
It very well could happen.
Yeah.
Especially, well, yeah, 17 for what it's. So here's the deal. The update on Sunday was like shortly after. Louisville Police Department detained an individual who did run from the scene. Originally considered a suspect, but after interviewing that person, he was released. Several other people who stayed at the scene also were interviewed. It has been determined that Louisville Police Department is now looking for the suspect, which we just talked about. This was on Sunday. And what I've heard so far, what I've heard about this is, and I don't know how much validity there is behind it because there's people saying that this isn't true, but they're saying it's over vape cartridges. THC vape cartridge, 20 of them.
Patrick's flipping us off in the green screen, so I put him back in timeout.
So
you don't like our story, Patrick? Are we not amusing to you? Are you? Are we not entertaining you?
Am I not entertaining you? Are you not entertained? But yeah, so the victim was young too, apparently. Possibly 17 as well, same age. And like I said, there's a police officer that runs City of Louisville page, and he put up a post that said that he had heard that it was over cartridges, or what they call carts.
Oh, okay. So
but the thing
was
is,
it like a drug deal gone bad type of thing?
possibly? But then I'm going through the comments, right? And
Mhm.
there's this one upstanding looking individual. Looks like he's just a model citizen sitting in front of his burnout a complex or his busted down apartment complex with a wad full of cash.
Oh, it's Trap House.
Basically, it's a piece sitting in an apartment, like, so he goes, he's in the comments, he's like, you heard wrong. Like, and this is a police officer's post you're putting that on. Like,
Yeah.
I'm Louisville PD. Hey, so what do you know? I hear you know something. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, like it's just gonna interrogate him via social media.
You heard wrong, huh? So why don't I come over and, like,
Why don't you correct us then?
Mr. Thug puts himself out there. It's like, that's dumb as fuck, man.
Right? You just put a fucking target on his back.
But yeah, he said flat out, he's like, you heard wrong. And so I don't know if, so like I said, it's rumored that it's over THC cartridges, but there's also areas that saying it's not. So
what you're saying is if they just legalized it already, we wouldn't have this problem.
very true. That is very true, because the shit he's playing about cartridges, waxes,
It's a felony, right?
Concentrate as automatic felony. It does suck. But yeah, honestly, to think about, like, I'm not sure, you got weed, and then you like concentrated THC. Both is just going to put people to sleep. I don't know what the fuck you're legalizing stuff or keeping shit illegal for. Like, it is.
Yeah, it's dumb. So stupid.
But Texas is going to be one of
Patrick's over there smoking one right now.
I guarantee, yeah, I guarantee you, Texas is going to be one of the last ones to ever legalize it. It sucks, but and here's the downfall of that. Okay, so I've been to a couple places, like, so, like, I've been to Colorado, I've been to Denver, Colorado, where it's been legalized for quite a while now, and I don't know how else to describe it, and I don't mean anything against the city, but everything just feels super lazy. Like, no one just gives a shit, period. Like, they wake up and they put on whatever clothes they had on the night before with pajama pants and then just go on about their day. It's different. It's a different feel.
Where's this? Oh, in Colorado?
Yeah, in Colorado.
Yeah.
Like, everywhere that has been legalized, it's, aside from like Washington, Seattle's still pretty cool. Seattle's still pretty chill and nice, but it's the culture that comes with it, unfortunately, in some cases. And it's not always, I don't mean to paint with such a broad brush, but from my experiences in a couple of places I've been, it just everything seems lazy. There's no urgency to anything. Go figure.
That's great.
go figure. You know what I mean? Like,
I think I kind of
weed
know.
doesn't cause urgency.
I think I kind of know somebody like that, man.
I'm pretty high strung.
Patrick, what the hell are you typing? Is that Patrick falling asleep?
I don't know. Why is he? Is he watching us and watching himself? Like, I don't.
I think so. He's just entertaining himself in the corner.
He looks frozen. My question is, what does he have his camera on? Like, do you have your own camera stand? Is that what you got there, or is he frozen?
No, he's
Oh no, it's my screen that's frozen.
Oh, is your screen on your phone or
Sure
what?
It is.
Now he's gonna freeze just to fuck with you. I want to see how long he can hold that pose.
Yep. Shit. That was my YouTube. It was paused. Damn it. My bad.
Oh shit.
But
yeah. And so Monday, Sunday. So this is what the hardware store, how that came into play.
Wait, how did we go from the shooting to hardware store?
Because I didn't get to finish telling you about my weekend.
So anyways, just real quick to wrap that up, we
Yeah.
don't know who the victim is yet. I'm sure it'll be out there. I'm sure somebody does know. It should be on Facebook. But yeah, that's really sad, unfortunately. I mean, there's a lot of kids that play in that park. A lot of kids. There's a playground there,
Well, I'm
too.
glad like nobody else got injured or shot or ricochet or anything like that.
It's a really fucked up situation. I hate to say it. I don't mean to badmouth. Well, yeah, I don't really give a fuck. But Louisville's gone to shit. Not that it was ever like great, but it is. It's getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, it's gone down like super fast.
Some lady got attacked at her front door not even 2 months ago, right over there in the quote unquote nicer part of Louisville, because it was so close to that area on 121, right over off Corporate.
Oh, okay.
He ran up behind her. I think she had her kids with him, and he still tried to run up behind her, and I guess some neighbors scared him off. I don't know if the cops ever followed up on this. I don't know. Unfortunately, it's a the description is, African American male, dreadlocks, hoodie, and pajama pants.
Awesome.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to say anything, but
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of people out there that have dreadlocks now. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a really great description of the suspect, unfortunately.
Yeah, Lindsay says it's right down the street from her parents' house. She's taken Dub there since he was little, and she's been going there since she was little.
That's Central Park. Yep.
Well, note to self: don't be going back to that place. Go find a different park.
Louisville is just becoming over off 121. It's just becoming one big budget suite.
Speaking of, have you seen the park that's in the neighborhood?
Yeah.
Which one? Not the pond.
No, I see that one.
There's an actual park with like
I might have
playground
seen it.
for kids.
Is it on the way to the school?
So if you take the way to the school, if you hang a left on Stately Oak, I think it is, it takes you like right to it. It's a good walking distance, but yeah, it's they keep modifying it. They keep adding on to it. They put a gigantic like cover over it so that the fucking shit's not scalding hot when you go to slide down the slide.
Yeah.
They finally did that, so that was cool.
Have you seen what some countries do to combat that?
No, what
they're
they do?
roller slides instead of regular slides.
Roller slides.
Like they're rollers instead of just a flat surface.
Are they casters?
I bet I can sell it.
Shit.
Like,
hell yeah.
we got a new market for you.
We got a new client. Hell
We
yeah.
found a new market, man. Playgrounds.
Fuck yeah.
Patrick said you got more gray than last time. I see you, Andy. Kick.
Look at him. He's laughing his ass off.
But yeah, there's a robbery at 7-Eleven too. That wasn't too long ago. The guy off Corporate got killed that ran that 7-Eleven. It's that whole area up and down there, down 121.
When there was a pawn shop there where the guy got killed too, right?
That was off. So that pawn shop has been there for fucking ever, and that guy had been there forever too. I remember used to see when I used to live over there, the Rottweilers that would patrol. They would patrol the front thing after it was closed, because the whole thing was caged in. And that hit a lot of people because he's been around. He was like a part of Louisville.
Yeah.
But he was shot too. He was shot and killed.
Man, Louisville has just gone fucking way downhill.
I mean, they weren't ever,
Yeah.
I know it's a little bit more pertinent now. But so he got killed. I told you that dude at 7-Eleven got busted. The guy that used to own Hat Tricks, he closed it down. There's more just to it, but he's one of the biggest things was the crowd.
Yeah.
He said and talking to a couple of Lindsay's homies, Kenny and Austin, like you can't go in the bathroom. There's not a time you can go in the bathroom and not see like leftover Coke residue all over the fucking counter.
What's funny is I used to work at Fox and the Hound. It was in North Dallas, right off of George Bush.
Yeah, I know. Before it was next to George Bush, it was off Midway and Rosemead.
Well, that was the other location. They had multiple. Fox and the Hound was like a chain. They were all over the place.
So I know the one in Louisville. I knew the one in Carrollton. And I knew the one in Plano. Was there one in Plano?
There probably was.
Okay, but anyways.
But yeah, I don't know what happened to them, but I think they all shut down. But they had brass toilet paper dispenser. Every time you'd go in there, it was like residue all over that shit. And it was just like, there was a guy, like we watched him, right? He drank 20-something beers, and like we obviously had to cut him off. Blah, blah, blah. Dude, we could carry on a conversation with the guy, and he was perfectly.
Yeah, because he's doing.
And he would every about 30 minutes he'd go to the bathroom, and we just thought, oh, he's probably going pee. Then I followed him after about the 7th beer or something like that. And then I looked at where he went in the stall and stuff, and it was like, sure enough.
This isn't even in the stall. This is on the fucking bathroom counters, blatant in front of no fucks given, dude. And
that reminds me of Brown Lane at the end.
He cited the crowd. He said flat out, he goes, the crowd is becoming uncontrollable.
Wow.
And he's right next to the fucking those apartments, dude. Both Rack and Tap and that are next to some fucking hood ass apartments, dude.
Yeah, those are some ghetto ass apartments. And then across the street is
I used to live in the ghetto ones over off next to Whataburger.
Yeah,
it was bad back then.
So did you have any hood experiences?
Yeah, you remember my fucking Maxima?
Yeah,
that black one I drove around after the dark time of my life. both ends were smashed in. Both ends of this. This is a piece of shit ass fucking car, and somebody broke in that bitch.
Wow.
Stole my fucking iPod shuffle. And it was a little.
Damn, you really dated yourself on that one, yeah.
And then at the time, I knew I had a piece of shit car, so the radio I bought, I put it in the armrest. I made it so you couldn't see it. It looked like it was a stock deck, so you couldn't tell that I had an aftermarket deck in there.
Yeah.
And so they found it and tried to rip that motherfucker out. They weren't successful, but they came back a month later, or somebody did, and tried to do it again.
Try to finish what they didn't.
Yeah,
they
man.
Didn't get to before.
Like, fuck, dude. That place was fucking hood, dude. I saw cops arrest somebody and right on my fucking breezeway. Like, I hear some get on the fucking ground. I look out the blind and I see a dude just get his face planted in the fucking concrete by LPD. Like, whoa, shit. I don't want none of this. Good night. Like, mind my own business.
So Brown Lane, where Patrick and I had a studio, near the end, it was turning about just like that. That's why Patrick put Brown Lane Ghetto. Yeah, it was, dude. There was sketchy people hanging out, and all over there was like weed and shit all over the countertops and stuff. You couldn't even like wash your hands because you're like, dude, they're probably gonna get nastier just washing our hands.
Yep. It's Patrick said iPod shuffles for old people. Andrew. Oh, it's funny when old people call somebody old.
Lindsay says they were doing deals in the kitchen at Hat Tricks. When the cooks told them to get out, they jumped them.
Yeah, it's that I'm telling you that, like I said, Louisville's never been like, and here's the fucked up shit about it though. Okay. On the flip side of this, we're looking for homes out there.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers aren't staying on the market unless there's something wrong with them for longer than a week.
Wow.
Dude, we went and looked at a home towards the further south Louisville you get towards Hebron and near Flower Mound, the nicer it is, obviously.
Yeah.
And there was a home we went and looked at. We weren't sure on. We didn't want to jump on because of the closet. The master closet just wasn't what we were looking for. And I think it was on the market 2 days. Gone. And I mean, in Louisville, like the houses that were worth looking at, gone within a week. Easy.
Wow.
And if you look at the listings now, the thing is it's Louisville, the Colony, and Carrollton are not saturated, because as soon as they go on the market, they're fucking gone.
Yeah.
Because it's all centrally located, both from Dallas and over there by Grandscape. And then you can basically get to anywhere you need to go to be entertained.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I love living here, is because I'm close to fucking damn near everything.
And it's not far. Like, it's not far to Arlington if you want to go to Six Flags.
Yep.
Or a game.
Trust me, I fucking drive it every day.
But if you go further up into Little Elm,
yeah,
Little Elm's still getting spotty. But if you go above 380, dude, there's homes for sale all over the fucking place, dude.
Well, that's because 380. Dude, that's fucking nightmare.
Nobody wants to fuck with. And then the other thing that's thrown into that is those neighborhoods, like I told you, like Savannah and fucking Preston Place or something, or fucking
and they tried to like make some kind of laws or something that you couldn't have Section 8 and that you couldn't do this and you couldn't have what was it, the Airbnbs. People were doing that.
Yeah,
I forget what they call that. It's got a term. They put some kind of laws in place to basically
deter vacation rental type shit.
Yeah. They call, I forget what it's called now. It's gonna drive me nuts. But yeah, basically they were trying to get rid of that because it was just turning hood real fast. And people just partying and trashing the places and shit like that.
Well, and also, I mean, it was also fast housing that went up cheap because it's all siding.
Yep.
And the fencing, I guarantee you, the fencing was fucking cents on the dollar compared to real wood. All those fences, those little not even 5 foot high fences.
Yeah.
It's all fucking plastic.
Yeah.
They're fucking plastic, dude. They're not even wood.
Well, then it'll last forever. 100,000 years later, it'll still be fucking standing.
Yeah, past that, I told you they look like nuclear bomb towns.
Yeah, they do.
Man, that really looks like something where you'd like isolate people in if you put it out of the city on lockdown.
Yeah,
like
it looks like where they test like nuclear bombs, you know, and they have like that fake neighborhood.
Yes, that's exactly what they look like, or something that they'd put us in to make us feel comfortable if they were like putting us under like fucking martial law or some shit. Like, no, they don't know. Or one of them fucked up movies like, oh fuck, I watched one with Lindsay the other night that was about like Hello Beautiful or something like that. and I like it is real. The title is real misleading, but I don't know. She'll probably put the title in the comments in a section in a minute. But
yeah, she said, but the houses are so cute. They all look like little doll houses.
they look like fucking cookie cutter ass
They do.
bullshit. Like
they do. They look like
pastel yellow.
plop, plop.
And they're all like white, yellow, blue, blue, white, yellow, blue, yellow, yellow, white, yellow,
Yep.
white, blue, pastel, pastel, pastel. And it's like, fuck. Some of them are like a light gray sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it shit sucks. But anyways, back to what I was saying, like that's crazy. Is like Louisville is like, as far as moving into a house, is very fucking popular because you can afford to compete in Louisville.
Right.
And that's the other thing. Like if you went to Capel, that's a little bit different story. Capel is a bit harder to compete unless you're in a higher tax bracket, because somebody's going to come in maybe anywhere to 30 to 70,000 over asking on some of those houses.
Man, I saw some awesome property houses and shit right across Little Elm. Not right across the bridge, but there's a gated, if you go to the next exit, there's like a gated community.
Yep.
And like there's a couple lots that are actually on the water, and I'm like, one of them's like cleared right now, and I was like, I wonder if that's for sale. Like that would be so badass.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a house on the water either, man. Fuck.
Especially this particular part, because it's a lot higher elevation than the rest of some of the houses I looked at. I'm like, dude, that bitch is gonna flood. I was like,
yeah,
I just posted today pictures from 2015 where my fucking neighborhood was underwater, and I'm like,
that water ever make it over here?
no, I didn't make it this far.
Okay.
It did like get
Did you
up.
still get out the back way?
Yeah,
Okay.
front way was closed, so you go out the back way. But one time it was actually, we were landlocked, so that's when I discovered, well, there's another secret way, but it's a lot of turns.
A lot of turns. Still, that's the way I need to know.
Yeah, because that's I had to travel that for a good month or so while the water waiting for the water to recede.
Jesus Christ. You know what? I think I remember that year. That was one of the first years I started working out at Frisco.
Because so it was underwater here. Then further down the road, that was underwater, and then by the school, that was underwater because there's a ditch right there, and so that was underwater, and so I was like going, "Fuck!" I'm like literally landlocked. I was almost gonna call and say, "Look, I can't go to work. I'm landlocked."
I hope they've made some improvements since then.
No, they haven't, and that's what pisses me the fuck off, because they could easily fix this problem.
That road sucks, dick, man.
Yeah.
Shady Shores is terrible.
Oh, it's such a shitty road. Every day there's a new fucking pothole that just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
you think you know, and you think you're avoiding them.
I
got
these down. And like James, I was
That's a new one.
I was riding with James the other day back from it's like Wendy's or wherever we ate. And he's like, watch out. And I'm like, oh fuck, that's new. It's the one right as you come down the hill before you turn.
Yeah,
that new one.
Yep.
Shit.
There's a couple new ones that popped up, and I'm like, really?
Dickheads.
Yeah, it fucking irritates the shit out of me.
Bullshit ass fucking roads. Take care of your roads, Lake Dallas.
Speaking of which, you remember when Domino's said that they would like fix potholes or some shit? They were doing that.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna call them up, be like, hey, can you fix Shady Shores, because clearly Lake Dallas will not.
We need to order a pizza and get it fucked up every time. This is what happens when you deliver to fucking 746 and 755.
Yeah, 755
Winding Oak Bend. Consistent. Like, yeah, we need you to come fix the potholes.
Yeah,
Domino's, you still on that shit?
I would love to do like call like one of the WFA or whatever, the investigative squad or whatever, and just have them, because like I've literally been here for almost 20 years and they haven't done dick in that time. And I'm like, how much have I been paying in taxes?
Is it because it's a municipality? Like they made me pay a $250 deposit today, dude.
For what? Who?
For fucking water.
Oh yeah, those fucking Nazis. Yeah, I hate. Yeah,
and I was like, this is not normal that I've ever done. And she's like, well, yes, sir. Lake Dallas is actually a municipality, and it's something government, et cetera, blah 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 blah. You will get the deposit back after 13 months of good payment. 13,
wow,
like what?
13.
I pissed $250 in 13 months. Not that I'm like rich by any means, but like $250 be gone by next week. Like fuck, man. Like,
yeah, that's you're gonna love the water people, and make sure you put your shit on auto payment, and make sure that you have a notification or whatever set on your phone to make sure that it goes, because I've gone out of town and something's happened or whatever, and payment didn't go through, and then I come home to no water. Yeah, and then it's
Uh.
like I think the first time is like 50, and then the second time is like
They told
200.
they told me my waste fucking shit needs to be set up through Republic Waste, solid waste.
Yeah.
Or
That's
they'll
your
come
trash.
take my trash cans.
Yeah. Who will take your trash cans?
They said if they decide to run me or what, because I have trash cans. They said they could come take my trash cans and they won't take my trash.
Yeah, you got to set up Republic.
I don't give a fuck. I'm putting it until they do. I'm doing it for free. God damn, make me have to go 2 different places.
Two totally different companies, bro.
Water bill came out from fucking Louisville. Fucking trash came out with it. Utilities, fucking all trash and utilities.
This ain't Louisville, bro.
It's fucking bullshit, man. Like, yo, I'm gonna wait till they take my shit and then I'll call and fucking pay for it. You better have trash cans there the next day.
So the deal is the water company is called Lake City. So it's Lake Dallas, Hickory Creek, Corinth, and Shady Shores.
She explained it to me.
Yep.
It's fucked up. I was like, oh, government trying to fuck them side of our money. That's cool. Like, I didn't say that to her, but I was like, that's exactly what's going on here.
So I did hear a trick. Out of all the years of living here, I finally heard the fucking trick. They said, I think it's October to December. Don't use any water. That's how they meter for the rest of the year. So, which explains why I've filled up the pool a couple times and I never got hit with a gigantic water bill, which I was like, thank fucking God. But they they average you for the year based on those months. Why? Because you're not watering the yard, and because you're not using a lot of water because it's winter.
I figured you'd want to average your city during the highest usage.
No, because then our bill would be even fucking higher.
I get that for us. Okay. I like the way they do it. I think this benefits us. But if I was, that makes no. Never mind. Good job. Good job. Yeah, cities. Keep it up. Keep up the hard work. I'm glad you're here for us, fuckers.
Fuckers.
Man, dude. I was like, I want to set up AutoBay. Can you do it? No, you'll have to go to the site. Come the fuck on. You calling to tell me that
what I love is all the fees and charges the convenience fee. Bitch, I'm making your job easy. You don't even have to talk to me.
What's fucking convenient about me fucking making payments? About me losing money? Is that convenient to you?
And it's like you already
do you like paying bills?
They already charge an astronomical amount. I mean, they charge more than fucking my electric bill a lot of times. Yeah, no bullshit. You want to go? You go look at my water bills downstairs. But I also live in a 2-story. But it's still, I mean, I'm one person. Yeah. Fuck it, it's no bullshit.
Well, she's like, your first water bill's $50. I'm like, that's not bad. She's like, well, don't get used to that. That'll change. I'm
exactly.
Like, fuck you. Thanks. Like, you're like giving me my, she kept doing that on the phone. She like keep bringing my hopes up. And she's like, da-da-da-da.
And then she
like, it's a refundable deposit, but you know what? It's $250 now. Like, fuck. Give me the bad news first. What the fuck's your problem? Like, shit.
Yeah. Welcome to the neighborhood, homie.
Yeah, your bill's $50. Oh man, that's awesome. But don't get used to that. But what? Who fucking made you? Like you should be like, sometimes your water bills can be high here, but guess what? For this month, it's $50. You know how much better that sounds? Like,
yeah.
Give me the shit sandwich. It's like good, bad, good.
Right.
Trying to deflate my shit, man. Fuck.
But yeah, so don't be surprised if you get $115 water bill each month. That's about what it averages.
Jesus fucking Christ, for what? Mine never went over $85 even on high usage in Louisville. What's we live next to a fucking lake.
that was my argument too. Especially when we had all the extra water and shit flooded. I'm like, I should get a goddamn discount. They don't even have to go far to get it.
What? Pump the lake water to me. I'll get some life straws. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Yeah, no, it's horrible. That's one of my biggest complaints. So actually I put a post on Nextdoor.
Yeah.
About the water situation, and I had a lady contact me private message. And she said, hey, just FYI, she goes, I used to work for the company.
Yeah.
And she goes, when the money would come in, they would go out and basically try to spend as much of it as they could, so that way, as far as their books. So basically, yeah, like she basically was alluding to the fact that they're doing some like unscrupulous business practices, basically is the way it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that might explain why our fucking bills are so high. Somebody's getting rich somewhere, and it ain't us.
I'm gonna kick them in their fucking nuts, man. Maybe that's why people are moving. God damn it, I just moved in. Fuck.
And I think we did I can't remember what the exact quote was, but we had a bunch of people in the comments and stuff actually do the math on how many households they serve, and the average water bill being $110, it was like $7 million per month. I was like, they're making $7 million per fucking month. Like, that is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Yeah, they're raping people left and right.
Yeah, leaving their clothes on while doing it. Like, man, you're not even gonna
Through
have
the clothes.
You just ruined my clothes on top of that. Like, and you're costing me more money. God damn it! I got a hole in my clothes. Can't afford to buy clothes because I'm just gonna have to walk around with a holy ass. I'm gonna just walk around with assless chaps. Lake Dallas did this to me.
Yep.
Municipalities
Between the roads and the water.
Lake Dallas municipalities.
And what's funny is, like you said, it's like we live literally next to the fucking lake. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that.
You don't have to go far to get it. It's not like we live in fucking middle of the state where there ain't no fucking water.
Yeah, dude, I am kind of fucking yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of water right there. Why don't y'all go dip a bucket in there and purify it
and just
pour it
purify
in the fucking water tower. Jesus, man, I hope y'all fucking hear me too.
Right.
And Courtney, you out there like Courtney with Lake Dallas, you're a dream squasher, just so you know. You get people's hopes up and then you squash them. Like you gotta work on your delivery of news, please. It's like, oh yeah, $50, but don't get used to that. Like, what are you? Who are you right now? Like,
that's funny.
God.
So other than that,
well, other than that,
how's everything else?
Just fucking peachy out in Hollywood, Florida, Hollywood Beach, Florida.
Yeah, apparently it's not peachy out in Hollywood, Florida.
Yeah, not unless peaches are bullets and you want to have some flying at your head and get hit by stray ones. And if you don't know what that means, is today Florida police searched for 3 gunmen who wounded 9 at a crowded beach on Memorial Day. This was at Hollywood Beach, actually, in Florida, which I saw the aerial shot of it. I was right here, this exact spot, last year during my road show. There's a little stage there, and there is a boatload of people out there, dude. Like it's crazy. So apparently they launched a search for the suspects they believed to be the gunmen who opened fire along a crowded Florida beachside promenade Memorial Day. Wounded a 1-year-old and a 1-year-old. I didn't know that. And 8 others while sending people frantically running for cover. Hollywood police sought the public's help in identifying the gunmen who ran from the scene, and during the chaos of hundreds of people fleeing for their lives and also diving for cover as shots hit bystanders. So there was 9 people actually injured. No one died. Thank God. Thank the Lord. Thank God. Praise be his name. Like I'm glad no one got killed. But yeah,
especially with 9 fucking people shot. You know what I mean?
And the thing is, this is a nicer beach. This is a nicer, like the housing and the people that live there. It's you know what I'm saying, it's upscale. I mean, it's all, dude, for like a 1,200 foot a small home, whatnot. Not even a condo. This isn't a condo on the beach. This is a 1,200 square foot home right behind the strip mall that's in front of the beach. It was 1.2 million.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So these aren't your average broke people that live here. So it's a nicer beach area. And this happened on the little promenade or boardwalk or whatever. So,
yeah. My cousin actually used to live in they had a house. I think they built a house or something in Hollywood, Florida, and they ended up selling it for like $500,000 or whatever, but I think they only paid like $240 to build it. So they make double their profit. But now those houses are going for like astronomical amounts, like you said.
Yeah, it's very true. I mean, did they sell? Do you know? Or
oh yeah, they sold it and they moved to Rockwall. They moved to Texas.
Man, that's different.
Yeah. Well, and I mean they're both models, and her husband is was an actor and a model and stuff as well.
I would have stayed on the beach.
Yeah,
That's just me.
well, they got kids, so throw kids in the mix, and then you want to kind of have
you want to save some money. You could sell for 1.2 million. Yeah, I get it. So they said police and witnesses said the shooting began as a group of people fought in front of a busy stretch. So apparently it started out as a fight. Busy stretch of shops at the Hollywood Oceanfront Boardwalk about 7 p.m. on Monday. The sound of gunshots sent witnesses ducking for cover. As there is a video if you want to look it up on the AP, and that's what is that? Affiliated Press? Isn't that what that is? Isn't that what AP stands for?
Associated Press.
Associated Press. Sorry, affiliated. Same sandwich, same definition, different baloney. One witness told police that she recognized a group of young men in the area later Monday as being involved in the shooting, according to an arrest report. See, the witness told police shooting suspect had given somebody a gun. When the detective stopped and searched the person, the detective reported finding a fully loaded 9mm handgun in his backpack. But yeah, so apparently that's how these people ended their day. 9 of them ended their day in the hospital. Thank the Lord, the 1-year-old survived. I'm glad to hear that. A 9mm is a pretty solid round for a child to take. Of course, maybe it's fragments, maybe it was a graze, but at least, by God's good grace, the child made it, and not against anyone else that but just that I'm glad everybody made it in the end.
Yeah.
So if you're out on the beach, duck and cover, y'all. Bring your vest.
Shit.
It may make swimming hard, but at least you'll be protected. America. This is America,
dude.
Oh man.
And I kind of was thinking about that the other day before this happened. Like going out on the lake and everything else. I was like, dude, if somebody was brazen and lunatic enough, they could literally take out like hundreds of people.
I'm surprised the shooting hasn't happened on Lake Louisville.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you. Like there, the drunkards that are out there.
Yep.
And I don't know I know you're not supposed to have a firearm when you're drinking in general, but I don't know the ins and outs of having a firearm on the boat. I would imagine it's the same as having one in your car, especially if you're licensed. But
I'm not sure about the laws on that.
There's some people that, like you said, there's people doing dumb shit on Louisville, dude. Like I'm surprised that at some point a firearm hasn't been involved.
Yeah. No, seriously, especially and I'm really surprised the amount of idiots that were out. Sunday specifically, that we didn't hear news stories, and I didn't see any dive teams. So I mean, that's good that hey, even though people got twisted sideways, they obviously didn't do anything stupid and drowned or whatever, or get run over.
And which happens every year. Somebody starts
drowning, it does,
and they run into try to save that person, and they end up drowning. It happens to families trying to save their kids. Like the one, was it last year? A father tried to save his son or something like that. It's sad.
Yeah,
really sad. And a lot of people don't know is when it happens in Party Cove is because they jump in the water and they come up under a boat, not realizing they're under a boat, and then they can't find their way out because all the boats are tied together.
Yeah. And I've actually been stuck under a boat before, and that's no fun.
Yeah, no, I feel like that wouldn't be a good feeling,
especially like Lake Louisville, because you can't really see like more than 2 inches in the water.
Yep.
So like once you get down there, like you ain't seeing shit, and then you try to go up for air, and boom,
dude. I don't know how they find people when diving for those bodies, dude. That's what trips me out. I know you can use what is it called? Is it radar? Oh, it's not radar. What?
Sonar?
It might be a type of sonar. I forget what it is, but you can actually map out. It's just like a fish finder,
right? Yeah. The lake it's pretty crazy. One of the guys that installed the video wall at my work, he's actually a certified scuba diver. He dives all the time at Ray Roberts actually just happened last week. Somebody asked him if he could find their phone. He found 4 phones and 2 watches and all this other shit. Guess what? Didn't find her phone.
So there's dudes that do both YouTube and TikTok.
Yep.
And they're like getting major millions of hits and views based off diving in rivers and shit.
I used to watch that shit. They even found like murder weapons,
guns
and, shit.
and stuff,
Yeah,
and occasionally they get arrested. Occasionally they will actually arrest them for having possession of it, and just they have to go through the process of because they have a murder weapon in their possession.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a crazy profession to be in.
Yeah, and I mean, I wanted because I have like all my dive gear and stuff, but I need to get it, make sure it's still good, certified, that sort of stuff. So, but I want to call him up, Jared, and be like, hey, let's go diving in fucking Louisville. I'm sure we'll find all sorts of fun stuff, and then I'll take my 360 cam, we'll film it.
You might find a gator.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know about on Party Cove.
Nah, gators are kind of skittish still.
Supposedly Sneaky Pete's was named. Actually, there's a history behind that name, and it has to do with a gator or something.
And their mascot on their
apparently
is an alligator.
So apparently there was a reason behind that. I don't know. I guess there used to be a gator that came up there. I don't know.
So I will say this because Sneaky Pete's has been since I've been going there, it's changed ownership at least 3 times that I know of, maybe 4. The last time I went, which was that Friday night, dude, the food was good, everything was on point, service was great. Like, I will honestly say, like, I'll probably more than likely go back just because everything was just awesome. And we went kind of a little bit later, so like, actually the stars were on too, which was funny because I actually had my phone watching a game because I didn't realize when we sat down where there's no TVs.
Well, you remember our experience there that one time?
Oh, dude, I've had so many
$5 for water, $4.
Oh yeah, they still charge you for bottled water.
You don't even bring a cup of water to the fucking we're drinking here. Like,
yeah,
you'd think you guys be worried about over serving and shit. Of course, at their drink prices. Get me started those dick faces. But anyways, your food looked good.
Yeah, it was good. And they were doing a lot of shot specials and drink specials. They were $4 for I think it was Sex on the Beach. And it was pretty solid, man. It was pretty strong.
I miss the days of $2 you call it.
Oh, dude, I know. $2 you call it for the shit.
Cocina Caliente. Jesus. So many nights of Goldschlager.
Oh God.
We got another story. I got another story pulled up. I don't know if anybody's heard about this, but
what is it?
Over the weekend, a teen who I think he had just graduated, or he was at least on a high school trip or something, whatnot, in the Bahamas of all that, and they were staying at Atlantis. That's where they were actually staying at. They were staying at Atlantis, and they were on a dinner cruise. And apparently, this teen decides to dive off the fucking cruise on his own accord. All right, and so the headline here right now, currently, Bahama Nightmare. Vid shows chaos after teen jumps from cruise as the search has been called off, meaning they have not found him. As of today, 7:13 a.m., a multi-day search for a Louisiana teen who jumped from a sunset cruise in the Bahamas has come to a tragic end, and his last known sighting of him was caught on harrowing video. You can find this on TMZ if you'd like to actually watch when he actually jumped off. Footage has surfaced showing the 18-year-old Cameron Robbins, who just graduated high school in Baton Rouge, swimming in the open seas at night near Athol Island last week, where he was on a sunset cruise with a bunch of his peers celebrating their achievement. Word is that Cameron went overboard on his own accord. He had a Honda? Just kidding. And not just that, but apparently it was on a dare. In the clip, you can kind of tell his buddies were getting a kick out of it. Like, what the fuck, man?
Wow.
This is the open ocean. This is until he vanished beyond the boat, behind the boat and out of view of everyone, who began screaming at him to grab the life preserver that had been thrown to him, which I'm still wondering why he didn't, but we'll never know, which was pretty far away. So I guess he couldn't swim to it. Once he disappeared, everyone began to panic. Apparently he was athletic too. Like, this was not a guy that was overweight. This was not a guy that was out of shape.
But there was probably alcohol involved, and what people don't realize is when there's alcohol involved, you get a cramp.
I mean, Bahamas,
you can cramp up, and that's things. That's your worst enemy, is you get a cramp when you're trying to swim.
We would hope, since he was 18, there might not have been.
He's on a cruise, bro. He's fucking blitzed.
Since
and it's called a sunset cruise, which you know what they call that? Booze cruise.
Since he went missing, a multi-day search is undertaken by both Bohemian authorities, but
Bohemian Rhapsody,
Bahamian authorities, Bahamian, whatever, the authorities out of Bahamas, and the U.S. Coast Guard. But Robbins was never found. The search has now been called off after several unsuccessful days of scouring the area for signs of him. I wonder if he got eaten by a shark, dude. That'd be crazy. It sounds like Cameron is presumed dead, as Coast Guard issued a statement saying, "We offer our sincerest condolences to Robbins' family and friends." His family flew into the Bahamas last week, and prayer vigils have been held for him for a few days now. His family has also spoken out. But it's a long statement. I'm not going to go into it because it's just more depressing stuff. But yeah, long story short, kids, do not take a dare to jump in the ocean in the middle of the night. And make sure that you apparently don't have alcohol or aren't going to get a stomach cramp when you jump off.
Yeah, you shouldn't just jump off ever.
Yeah, make sure you tell your kids once
moving boat or moving vehicle. Don't be that
dare
guy.
your friends either. Don't be that person either. Don't be the one that does the dare or that.
Because you're gonna have to live with that for the rest of your life. That you dared somebody to do something, and they did it. But guess what? They ain't here anymore. So
yeah, those poor kids are gonna deal with trauma because they dared them. They're gonna, they're never gonna shake. And the parents can flip out. And I, as a dad, I'd be like, "What the fuck would you tell my son to do this and that?" The thing is, though, is I remember the shit we used to tell each other to dare to do. It's like dudes being dudes,
bro. I jumped out of a second-story fucking window on a dare. And what's funny is I
rest my fucking case.
Bless you.
God damn it, Devin. I was not expecting that, man. I got this. I guess if you tuck and roll, you can make it.
Oh, I did. And I got back up on my feet, too.
Yeah.
And it was funny because my cousin had 2 sticks in his hand, and I had one. And I ended up knocking both sticks out of his hand, and I ended up picking up one of them, and I was like, now what's up? Because I was actually jumping out of the window because he didn't think I was going to come after him. Yeah. I did. Like fucking Spider-Man and shit jumping out of this motherfucker. Yeah, we did a lot of dumb shit, man. We used to go take a ski rope behind a snowmobile. Go like 100 miles an hour.
I mean, we didn't go 100 miles an hour.
No.
I mean,
we were going like
we did the ski rope. Yeah, we did the ski rope in the truck. That was pretty sketchy.
Where do you think I got that idea from?
I'm glad I let go before I hit the light pole. I do remember that.
Oh man.
I remember swinging and I saw it. I was like, man, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna have to let go. And I just put my hand out. I was able to stop, man. I slowed down, but I'm glad I let go. Otherwise, it would have been nasty.
So you know those cart corrals that are in most parking lots at like Albertsons, Kroger, or whatever?
Yeah, the human litmus test.
So we when I was 12, that was the first time I ever did it. And it was me and like 4 other guys, or no, it might have been about 6 other guys. And
whoa,
this guy Ryan, he was behind. It was a Ford Explorer. This was the first time I'd ever like been in a vehicle that had ABS brakes. So I had no idea what the fuck that noise was and shit. But we ended up spinning him around so fast, he ended up going right towards the fucking cart corral. And I'm like, he's either going to get split in half.
Oh,
but he ended up going right through the center of it. And then he ended up hitting the curb and going flying. But yeah.
At least he threaded the needle.
He did. He threaded that needle.
I hope
man.
you got it on fucking camera.
Oh, man. I wish we had cameras back then. Some of the shit that I saw when we did when I was a kid, I was like, man, I wish we had it. But then again, I'm going.
Y'all might have been the first jackass.
I'm kind of glad we didn't.
Yeah, I've seen some of the injuries that the jackass fools are putting up with at this point, man. It is no joke.
Yeah, and they don't recover quite like they used to back in the day.
No, they don't. Even Johnny, man.
Yep.
He getting up a lot slower from them fucking bulls.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so like I said, long story short, don't fucking jump off a cruise ship. I don't care how well of a swimmer you think you are. I mean, if you're part of the Coast Guard and you're on vacation and you know you can, that's up to you. That's your own dumb fault if you don't make it at that point. But if you're not experienced like that, don't do that. Don't try this at home, kids.
Yes, just don't do it.
Man, I'm looking through funny and odd news stories and shit, and
Mhm.
I don't really want to get into the news of this, but I do want to read the fucking headline. It makes me laugh.
Okay, go ahead.
Fertility doctor accused of using own sperm dies in crash of hand-built plane. His problem. He had too much KY on his hands when he was building the fucking plane, or when he was trying to fly it, his hand kept flying off the stick.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Oh shit.
But have you heard what's been going on with like Disney lately?
Oh, the layoffs and stuff.
Yeah, layoffs. I think it was in Paris. There was they had a not a riot, but a protest, and all of the workers and shit refused to work.
Oh shit, no, Are they
Yeah,
cutting
there's-
wages or some shit?
Yeah, and there's a lot of talk that they might actually close down a Disney or two. So it's kind of ironic that Disney's this big huge empire that kind of acquired Fox, and it's
Mhm.
kind of
Yeah.
And an interesting twist that I heard today, apparently Disney wants to have controlling interest of Hulu.
Of course they do.
So they have right now they have 2/3 of Hulu of shares of the company, and then the other 1/3 is held by Comcast.
Okay.
So
Fucking Comcast. There's
Yeah.
another conglomerate. Can you start
well,
on them too?
and I think Comcast owns Peacock,
And
which
isn't that
is
and
NBC.
doesn't and well doesn't isn't that part of Ted Turner's whole fucking is he Comcast and all that shit?
I think
too?
so. Yeah, that's NBC, Comcast, Univision. I think that's all under that same umbrella. I'm not 100% certain, so don't quote me on that.
I got a funny coincidence about Fox and Disney once you
Okay.
I'll break it down once you.
So yeah, it's interesting because you got like the parks that are going through this turmoil. They're basically complaining about lack of pay,
Mhm.
the long hours, and everything else, and then you have Disney that's like, we're gonna buy Hulu. Like, we don't care about our we just care about making more money.
The
and
quote
growing.
unquote cast members
Yeah.
used to be treated very well.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't. It still wasn't a phenomenal job. There was still hidden stuff, but the company that Disney used to be, they used to take decent care of the cast members.
Yeah.
And it's gotten, and I'm gonna just like figure out how to do this without being political. I just gonna they
Did they
are
get woke?
not just woke, but the staff has changed behind Disney. Okay. And because the staff has changed, they're asking more and taking away benefits that these people used to have. Like there were phenomenal benefits that Walt Disney gave to people at Disney World and whatnot, and working for them. Actually, now there's conglomerate, and they're led by, like I said, I'm not going to make this political, but it's different leadership.
Yeah.
Okay. And
well, I heard there was some rumbling that they want Bob Iger or whatever to step down from the CEO of Disney.
well, here's the other kicker. So,
Yeah.
and we're going to go to the woke side of it.
Yeah.
There's more and more people are feeling like things are forced upon them. It's not something that's being just kind of naturally thrown into things. It feels like certain things are being forced upon them. And Disney, as we know, is a woke company.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Disney acquired Fox. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Fox just fired. And I don't know if you've watched Fox, but they've become more left leaning than they've ever been in the entire Fox history. Now, I'm not a Fox fan. I'm not a CNN fan
Patrick
either.
loves Fox. This is his favorite.
But just hear me out here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a Fox fan. I'm not a CNN fan.
Mm-hmm.
But Fox has changed their tune over the last 3 to 4 years a lot. And they just fired, not that I like this guy, but they just fired Tucker Carlson. Arguably one of the most famous journalists, hands down right now, period. I mean, his following on social media is fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
And they just lost and the thing is, there was no farewell episode to his show. There was no we'll walk you out. There was no nothing. I believe it was like a call, you're fired. This is one of the
it wasn't even a call to him. It was his publicist.
That's what I'm saying.
He found out through his fucking publicist.
So this is your one of your top earners
Yeah, that's shit.
And just mysteriously they're fine. You can't tell me Disney didn't have fucking something to do with that.
Oh, of course.
So anyone that's a hardcore like Tucker Carlson follower is going to take their money out of anything Disney, Fox, or or otherwise related at that point.
Did you hear like it was all over something as stupid as a sweater?
I know.
Yeah, and I'm like, really? Like somebody's career is over? I mean,
Well, it's not just that. It's they're not liking his message, dude. Like now, but he also, and I will say this, like I said, I don't like the guy. He's gotten caught and red-handed, just like several other journalists, lying. Okay. But the thing is he has a loyal following, and he is known for the majority of the time, like handing out the brutal truth.
Right.
So, and all of a sudden he gets fired, and they're losing money because they're losing people. They're losing viewers. People don't want to see this shit, and then they're like, you know what? I'm gonna boycott anything Fox, anything Disney now.
So, what do you think is gonna happen? Like, so everybody bitched about cable companies, right? Like having to pay, $100 a month for all these channels that they don't even watch all of them, blah blah blah. So then the cable companies for years and years, and these people that actually produce the content decide, you know what? Maybe everybody's right. Let's just branch off, start our own network, start our own platform. And now all of a sudden it's gotten so fragmented that you like, if you and I talk about a show, first question is what service is it on?
What platform?
What platform is that? What service?
I don't have that Hulu. I don't have HBO.
Yeah,
I don't have
exactly.
I don't have Paramount. Like,
and that's where we're getting into where it's like there's so many different platforms. It's like, and I'm even guilty of this because I'm like, I watched this, and there's nothing on this service that I want to watch. And then I go to the next one, and I'm like, there's nothing on that. And I'm like, I just want to watch something. I don't want to sit there and fucking play games for 20 minutes trying to find a fucking.
And that's why I don't have a lot of services.
Yeah.
I've got, Prime. I've got Netflix, HBO, and I think Discovering Disney. That's it.
That's all.
I don't need anything else, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, and the overall cost.
Now that you're over here, I gotta hook you up with what I got. You'll cut half of those out, and you'll save a shit ton of money.
But the thing is, though, is also with the cable. Like, I cut cable.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, as far as cable, I won't.
Like
you don't even get all the shows that are on these networks on cable.
No, because everybody went off and did their own thing, like ESPN, and they all went off and branched off and did their own thing. So. Yeah, they're no longer on those cable.
You can
carriers.
still get ESPN on your normal carriers, but I mean, it's not. But like the stuff you only exclusively find on Hulu or Prime or only on Netflix, there's certain series that they have. But
Apple, same thing.
Netflix is a basic must in almost all homes nowadays. We know that. Like, it's almost everybody has at least a Netflix account at a minimum,
right?
But. And I mean, I guess if you did add up all the apps plus the internet, so I am basically paying for cable still.
Yeah, and that's the irony, and that's the funny thing is because we've actually, when I was at AT&T, we actually did a study, and people are actually spending more to have fragmented service than if they would have just had one bundle package type thing. Because you got to remember, they acquired DirecTV. DirecTV had more channels than most cable companies, but the problem is it's DirecTV.
I'm not gonna lie. If I could find them, even with what you're talking about, but if I could find a third-party company that would manage all my subscriptions, let me pick out all the app subscriptions I want for one solid price. It's not much more than my internet bill. That would be a fucking killing.
So that was one of the things that I wanted to develop and build at AT&T when I was working for DirecTV, was because I wanted what I called a centralized hub where you could tie all your accounts into one place, and you had one program guide based on all of your services instead of having to. But here's the problem. So there's some kind of not loophole, but some kind of a mandatory thing where you have to actually sign into that platform. And so it's called a handoff. And I didn't want a handoff. I wanted it to be native. So I wanted to pull up in the actual native app. But because then here's the real reason why it's all about money.
Fair enough.
The real reason why is because they are no longer able to capture that viewer, because without them logging into their server, they can't capture that data,
that
right?
view.
Whereas if it's all in a centralized place, that centralized hub is going to have
That
all of the data. Yep.
But the thing is I'll tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even mind having to come in and out of the individual apps as long as you could save me money and I just made one payment.
Yeah. No, it's consolidating. Yeah. Literally the payment and consolidating platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that was, so ideally, this is exactly the platform that I'm using now. And it's not my platform, it's somebody else's. But in a sense, all of Amazon Prime, all of Netflix, all of Hulu, all of that stuff is all one centralized place. It's literally the exact thing that I'm asking for, except for the problem with that is you have to go to Amazon and then look at all their programming, and then you have to go to Netflix. So it's not centralized, but at least it's all in one place where I don't have to log into another one and then log into another one and log into another one. It's all in one, like, literally drop down menu.
And that's a great idea, and I think that's the better idea.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, like, save me money.
Yeah.
Find a way to give me a subscription to you to where you can grab all those bills.
So I will tell you this. So it's $120 for a year for two services, two platforms. And the reason why I did two is because sometimes I have the TV on downstairs, and then sometimes we'll have the projector outside.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to be able to have both running at the same time. So I went ahead and paid for two services.
Now, is this an app on the Fire Stick?
Yeah, you can put it on Fire Stick, you can put it on your cell phone, you can put it on your iPad, you can put it on any device, and that's what's nice about it, because I've been able to watch shit on my iPad. When I'm at work, I have the Fire Stick, and I can watch it at work. So, like, any of the, like, obscure sports and stuff is on there. Obviously, the UFC, the MMA, the bare knuckle fighting, all that sort of stuff is on there as well.
All my movies.
All the movies,
series and stuff. And
so there's two apps. One is the live events, and then the other one is all of your, like, basically series,
shows and stuff.
TVs, movies, that sort of stuff. Yeah, I'll show you one day. But, like, literally this weekend, there was a lot of really good fights on and stuff. I've been, like, watching that bare knuckle fighting, and then there's a new one that's out from Malaysia, and they actually allow headbutting. And, dude, this shit is crazy. Like, literally, like, so, like in boxing and stuff like that, there's like an 8 count, and there's all the, well, with this, if the guy is out, there's a certain amount of time. If he revives and comes back to, that they start fighting again. Yeah. I was like, what kind of barbaric shit is this? I gotta watch it.
Yeah. More manly than I am.
And, dude, these guys, like, I thought Muay Thai and jiu-jitsu and all that stuff, I thought those guys were in shape and fit. Like, no, these guys are, like, next level.
Krav Maga.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus fuck, man. Well, I do have one last news story that's kind of funny.
What's that?
So the headline reads, this is May 15th, 2023. The headline reads, Colorado man tries to trade places with dog to avoid DUI arrest. Shit you not.
I almost spit out my drink, dude.
A driver who was pulled over for speeding tried to switch places with his dog to avoid arrest. Police in Colorado said an officer watched him maneuvering inside the car before he got out on the passenger side on Saturday night in Springfield, a town of about 1,300 people on the state's eastern plains.
Wow.
The man said he was not behind the wheel and clearly showed signs of being drunk, police said. He ran from the officer when he was asked about how much he had to drink when he caught with him about 20 yards away, police. After being taken to the hospital to be checked out, the man was arrested on suspicion of charges, including obviously driving under the influence and being impaired. But yes, he literally was moving his dog to the driver's seat.
That's fucking crazy.
Yep. Put your hands on the wheels, bud. Take this one for me. Take this one for me. I promise you I won't get your nuts cut. Get you out of being neutered. All right, homie.
All right, brother.
It's getting a little late.
It is, and I am beyond exhausted. This weekend kicked my ass.
Yeah, I heard that. Trust me.
Mm.
Man, we didn't drink at all tonight. At least I didn't.
Yeah, I did. 'Cause I'm like, man.
I really didn't. I'll have to have a Jell-O shot before I go, but yeah.
Definitely.
Awesome. All right. Well,
everybody, appreciate you tuning in, and we will catch you next Tuesday. I promise we'll have our shit together. We'll have actual good content,
Yeah.
and shit will be, but we're still exhausted and worn out from this weekend, and I apologize, but we still love you, and thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
later, everybody.
Adios.